Good evening, everyone. How is it going? Welcome in. It is so good to see everyone today. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Space PK, how are you both going? The widest of Wawas to you two. What is up? We're back again with some more Guild Wars 2, and it's also a very good time to get our provisioners tokens taken care of because they are still on our list of outstanding things that we need for more legendary sigils. The underwater ones are next current goal, on top of also finishing off all the Dragon Bash stuff as well. And Sven, your day was great. That's so good to hear. What'd you get up to today? Let's grab these. Actual sink for Mystic Forge Stones. Probably something more profitable I can use them for, but that will do. Oh, you're posting Discord too? Oh, hell yeah. Hang on. Let's take a look. Oh, you had the best interaction this Arvo. Went for a walk with Molly at Centennial Park and met a dog walker with a pack of Goldens and Labradors. Good lord, that sounds amazing. That would have just been the friendliest bunch of dogs you could ever imagine. I'm so jealous of you. That sounds fantastic. Sufferance, great to see you as well.
I swear I won't harm you.
Let's go. Oh, I can buy more of those, actually. Not bad. Yes. Give us all of the tokens. Oh, this is the greatest change. I don't have to do this daily anymore. What are we on? We're on 134. We're actually getting close to everything we need for all 4 of them, which is going to be great. Then I won't need another legendary sigil. Probably... No, I won't need another legendary sigil over again once I have all 4. Obviously not. Then I will have 8. It won't physically let me make more, I don't think. But still. Let's go grab that. And that. Grab these. Drag that up. And I can't buy any more of those. Okay, so what are we on now? Sufferance, you feel like hit a bit of burnout yesterday in Guild Wars. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, what things have been burning you out in particular? And yeah, it's always there if you want to take a break from it as well. But well done yesterday on the Ceres progression as well. That is... I feel like we're not like too far away from getting it done. There's going to be a few more prog sessions, but yeah, like we're all making wonderful progress, which is fantastic. Alright, let's see. 155. Just 45 more. 45 more, and we are done. For provisions tokens, at least. Then I actually need gold. That's actually kind of the problem that we're dealing with right now. Unless I actually... it may even be not a bad idea to make some legendaries and sell them. That will at least turn all of the legendary starter kits that I have into some more gold. So that's not a bad shout. Okay. So let's take care of. Let's also salvage these that just occupy in space. What am I doing on ectos now? I got 50. I have had less ectos than that before. I think that's kind of everything, except that random... Force and stamina. Nah, mate, you can go. You can go. You realise as we started that the DPS portal is Powervert and not Condi. Okay, as in, were you running Powervert where you should have been running Condi, or were you running Condi when you should have been running Power? Yes, we can do that, and then sell that. Such an amazing sigil, it's worth nothing. That's cool, that's actually been occupying space in my inventory for quite some time. Now no longer is. I'm very happy about it. Sell that off as well. Another good thing about using the streaming PC is that we can pump out double the heat in this study. Hafaro, what's up? Great to see you, mate. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, you're a Condi, need to be power. Okay. Well, that's good, actually. Like, if you're able to make the change, power damage will really help us burst down those Malice Spirits much easier, so that's not bad. Oh, you don't have a power vert ready, so you couldn't just swap? Ah, okay. Yeah, it's annoying that you can't just swap. Like, at least it's not a particularly tricky one to gear, I guess. No, I don't need that. I need these. I have to watch Fandrill's video on how he was making gold with the Runecrafters kit. I won't watch that now. I'll add that to my list to watch later. What was I doing? I've forgotten many things. No, it was this, actually. Here we go. Oh, weekly. Done. Oh, we tried Powervert in the beginning yesterday for some pools. And how'd you find it, Hafaro? Alright, so that's there. So one thing I do need to do... Actually, I'll shift a few things around. One thing I do need to do, because I am planning a build guide on the various versions of Pistol Thief, because there's a ton of different variants of it. And I do think it is actually a useful build to know how to use. And by know how to use, I mean know that it exists. It kind of plays itself, which is sort of the point of it. And Atheon, thank you for popping in as well. And Franz, thank you for the follow. Oh, pretty much full legendary, so swap won't be hard. The only problem is you don't have equipment slots open. Oh, equipment slots, that's... Yep. That's... I'm always running into that issue as well. Let's go pop these here, pop these here, pop these here. What do I have chilling here? Whip. There we go. And just go sell. Yeah, flog them off. Just get a new character is cheaper. Yeah, unironically, it is cheaper. It's one of the reasons we have so many. It's definitely more fun build, but having to go into Spear made you unhappy sometimes. Yeah, I can definitely see why having to go into Spear will make you a bit of a sad panda. Now you can run Greatsword. You'll obviously run a bit lower damage, but like it'll still be okay. Where is the thief? There you are. I think you haven't played Guild Wars 2 for a while. Is Rev the current flavour of the month? Not really. I don't even really know if there is a current flavour of the month. The balance in Guild Wars 2 right now is in such a point where every class just has great builds. I don't think there's really any super flavor of the month build at the moment. Everything's just kind of working and vibing out. So I think it's just really, really chill. Rev's still fantastic. It's my favourite class, and my favourite class for good reason. Last time you played it was Virtuoso. Yeah, Virtuoso's had a bit of a stranglehold on the meta for quite a while, but even then, like, Virtuoso's been tuned down a bit to the point where I'd say it's a pretty damn balanced class, so I wouldn't put that in the flavour of the month category at all. If I was to pick one, I'd probably say Condition Damage Mechanist is probably the most flavour of the month one, because you can run the kitless version of that build. It's terrifically easy to play and pumps out like really, really good damage for how easy it is to play. So you see a lot of those roaming around, and just Mechanists in general. People have always had a bit of a fascination with, especially because Power Mech was broken for a while. Not actually that long, but it was broken for a bit, then brought back down. It's been buffed up again recently. It's okay. Actually, no, it's very, very easy, and it does very good damage, but you're not going to get outstanding damage on it. It's kind of a, you can just throw it at anything, on really any player, and they will kind of just do well, because it's inherently quite easy to play. So that one is probably occupying the spot that Virtuoso used to fill, but even then, it's not oppressive at all, I think. I think you see a lot of people playing it because it's easy, but not because it's overpowered in any way. Not like Virtuoso used to be, or the old 50k Scourge, which I think was the most broken build that's ever existed in all of Guild Wars 2 at any point. Those were good times. Okay, so pistol, pistol, thief. What are we even rocking here? Okay. So, what we need. One, there's a few different versions of this build that I do like running. Can I extract these yet? Props can actually. Hang on, it's actually unironically a good way for me to generate some gold. Oh, yes, we can actually. Let's buy one. So what we can do is a pro gamer move. We can get that Sigil of Impact out and replace it with a legendary. Grim, welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, let's follow that. Oh, why is there some undercutting there? I'm just going to sell them instantly. Cool, it's going to generate some more gold. Yeah, once you get used to the Great Sword, war timing to not cancel, it's a really fun build. Yeah, absolutely. And I'd like to see for Spectre, the next balance patch coming up, and Aura share Spectre and spam out Dark Auras. I am super keen for the Dark Aura change. That's going to be really, really good. And Grim, I thought it was 2 days ago because you used to play it with Venom and Spam 3 in PvP. It was actually strong, but you lost the build. Tried to remake it quickly, it wasn't successful. That would be quite fun there. So about that log channel for Ceres pools, yeah, I know. I remembered that today. Hang on, I remember that today. I'm like, oh yeah, that's another thing that I didn't do. Hang on, let's go. Text. Ceres. It's also a bit annoying as well. Only selected members can see it. Only peeps who need to see that. Be EU HTCM at this point. Create channel. Okay, so that should be up and running. Let's also grab Plembot. Alright, drag that. You can just live over here for now while I... Oh, what's going on? There we go. And Spear Deadeye good? Yeah, Spear Deadeye is really good. Spear's a bit tricky to play in instance content because you have to execute a very precise rotation, but it's good. I love it personally in open world. And Arani, how are you going? It's great to see you. Excellent, so that is there. I will get around to changing the permissions so people can't host in there. Okay, hang on, let's go. Where is it? Is that other settings? Yeah, log processing, Discord webhooks. Alright, so can I click on this? If we go edit channel, integrations, if I create a webhook, copy webhook URL, add new webhook. Let's go Ceres logs and unselect all and just give me Ceres. That's just going to be strike. It's going to be under the Temple of Bebe or Ceres. Strike Ceres. Yep. Summaries. Is that all done? I think it is. Right. It's cool. Ceres logs is there now. Okay. That should work. They making build for open world. It's going to be mostly for raids and strikes. But we'll make any suggestions for open world. Doing raids on EU today, maybe later on today. We'll see where we get to with some of the other stuff we're working on. Ceres logs. Let's edit channel. Permissions. Give me advanced permissions. Okay, I want EU HTCM, so no one else can view the channel. So So no one else can manage the channel or manage permissions, manage webhooks, create invite. You can't send messages. Just going to disable everything there. Add links, attach files. You can add reactions, external emojis, use some stickers. Can't mention anyone, can't manage messages, can see the message history. No text to speech. Use application commands, use activities, external apps. Save. Okay. That should be set up. So assuming that... the log uploader works correctly, that should work now. Okay, so that's all done. Now, a few things we need to actually make this build work. There's going to be 3 variants of the build that we're looking for, and I got my Notion thing open somewhere in the background where I can actually add these to the future build guide. Okay, so first thing we will do, let's go to discretize. What we need is to figure out how much precision we need to actually make things function. So if we go into the gear optimizer, can I duplicate this? Oh, Control-Shift-K does it. Control-Shift-K. Well, I might actually do it once I have this set up. Okay, so let's go. Let's power Daredevil Staff. Let's work on here. Yep, and we'll take that for Deadly Aim because we're going to be Pistol. Havoc Specialist. How do you get Clovers for Legendaries? I'll use the Mystic Forge recipe when I have enough Spirit Shards, and I try and do all the weekly conversions that I can, the ones from raids, strikes, and things like that. Okay, so here, that should be mostly set. Master, have a specialist. And bound, okay, Assassin Signet. Yep, that will be active. We won't use Signet of Agility, Force and Impact. Let's just turn off these. Relic of the Thief, yeet that. Now, can we duplicate that and will it hold everything? It won't, okay. So we need a few versions of this. Ah! Where'd that go? Power Daredevil Staff. So that will be the Daredevil version. That will go there. This will be the Core Thief version. So let's add Trickery into that. I'll probably take Sleight of Hand, Bountiful Theft, and Thrill of the Crime. And Scholar and Dragon Hunter, they can just stay. Cool. So that's all done, and this is set for raid, so I'm very pleased about that. Okay, now this will be the Deadeye version of the build. Swap in that. Change this to Deadeye. So what I'm trying to do now is just figure out how much precision I need to make each different version of the build work, because the idea is we can just make sort of the overarching pistol thief, because different thief builds actually need different levels of precision to work unless you want to run Signet of Agility, and I don't really want to lock down a utility slot for Signet of Agility, because some thief builds need it if you're on a certain type of gear and some don't, so I want to remove that as a restriction. Deadeye, be quick or be killed, premeditation. Stolen skills do more damage. I'll just check that, actually. Snow Crows. Alright, so let's go here. This will be under Accessor Builds. What's the website? That is the Discretized Gear Optimizer. If you check out my YouTube channel, a good few videos ago, I've got a guide on how to use it. And we also uploaded our latest guide on how to use Guild Wars 2 efficiency as well yesterday. Okay, yeah, that looks right. Cool. So that is there. Yoink all these. Yoink that. Okay. So, we can now tell it to optimize for damage. Hoodwink, welcome in. It's great to see you. Berserker Assassin's Dragon. Let's go calculate that. Okay. Calculate that. And this is the Daredevil version. I really do like the Daredevil version of this. Alright. Do you have any suggestion about Deadeye Sniper? Like, honestly, you can probably just take the take this build here. Well, you basically swap out Deadly Aim for Practice Tolerance, and you can kind of just run the same thing, and that would work pretty well. In Rifle, you'd probably want to run Maleficent 7 as well. Okay, so that's there. And calculate. Okay, so the thing with the Deadeye version is that you actually get a lot of extra precision through be quick or be killed. So that changes the combination of gear you can get. So the optimal the optimal gear it's giving you is a mix of Dragons and Berserker, because you actually don't need that much extra crit chance. And you can see we're like still overcapping slightly here. Whereas if I come down to here, I would like to force this to reach 100% crit. Berserkers, so it's an Assassin's Shoulder and an Assassin's Accessory. Yeah. That looks a bit better. So literally 5 extra points of damage. It's honestly just complete rounding error. I like it when it has 100% crit. So we'll take that one. And then here, same deal, we'll take that set. They can do that in the cogwheel on top right for some stats. Yeah, like you can... where is it? It might be here. No, but what I can do is, yeah, tell it to go minimum crit chance 100%. And it will probably give us the same answer. We go calculate. Yeah, it's like giving us exactly the same thing here. We just worked our way down the list. So it's looking like the set of gear that we need will be Dragon Hunter runes with an Assassin's Shoulder and an Assassin's Accessory. And that will get us past 100% crit, and we can run Force and Impact. That gives us complete freedom in terms of swapping out our gear. Then this set will work for every possible version of the Thief, Pistol Thief. Let's also add this. Let's go Guild Wars 2 Skills Editor. Oh, actually, I can also Shift S. Let's grab that there. I wonder if that actually broke things for the stream. Oh well, we'll see if it did. Cool, that's there. Let's add that. Ape Junk, how are you going? Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne. You can also check out my YouTube channel there, where last night we uploaded a new guide on how to use Guild Wars 2 efficiency. What is up, Ape Junk? What did you get up to on your stream? It's so good to see. Everyone go check out Ape Junk and Samael over on their fantastic Twitch channel. What is up? Afaro, thanks for the hydrate. And yeah, it is winter here, so it is actually quite cold, hence the Christmas sweater. It's not so much a Christmas sweater. I just like this sweater. Do you remember how good Sharpie smelled? That is true, yeah. But yes, what do you guys get up to on your stream? It's so good to see you. Right now, we are sorting out the exact set of gear we want for a Pistol Thief build. Okay, so let's just... We've got our gear here. I'm just going to... paste that there. Cool, so we've got that now. Excellent. Cool, we're just saving that to our eventual build guide and script. And Maggie, welcome in. Sadly, you have to work, but wish you a great stream. Well, thank you so much. It's 30 plus Celsius here, and you are cold. Yeah, the joys of the Southern Hemisphere. And what is this Pistol Thief build gearing up for? It's gearing up to just exist and be a terrifically easy build. It's also actually one I tend to use, and thanks Gareth for the stretch, it's one I tend to use for any sort of kiting role in raids. So Kadim Kite, I use it all the time. Kadim the Peerless as well. But yeah, so what I'm sort of figuring out is because there's a few different variants of the build that exist. There's a Core Thief version, Daredevil, which is my personal favourite, and a Deadeye version. But they all, well, the Deadeye version has different gear requirements than the other ones because it gets a bunch of extra precision. And here's some house knowledge. 50-50. That does sound great. Oh, what am I cool for? Honestly, it's just cool for getting... Well, it's absolutely insane in open world. It's so good for that. It's actually like one of the best builds to go and do map completion with because of how quickly it just deletes mobs and it's able to self-buff really, really well. But also, like, it just gets good, consistent results because you have no rotation, really. You just set your pistol 3 to autocast and you will get passable damage, and honestly, you will probably outdamage a lot of people in pug groups as well. But you can throw on Relic of Zakharos in there as well, make it insanely tanky. That's what I'll tend to do if I'm running. If I'm running on like a kiting roll. And also what you can do as well, if you just run a spear on swap with Sigil Paralyzation, you can actually do just biblical levels of CC. Because this skill here, Distracting Throw, is 2 initiative, and it is a 1.5 second days. So you can just spam it over and over again, especially if you're running the Deadeye version of the build, because you can just use Mercy to refresh your initiative, drain it all, refresh your initiative again. You will absolutely carry break bars. So it is actually something super useful you can do on the build as well, so it actually can have some insane utility. Like, the most break bar damage I've ever done has been with running Spear on Thief, or Spief, with a Sigil Paralyzation, so it's insanely good for that. Doing Katim 2 is so easy with pistol, not the best damage with 0 stress. Oh yeah, it's not the best damage, but given just how easy it is, it's absolutely insane. And the fact you have Shadow Step, which is just the perfect skill for pylon kiting on Kadim 2, is just, it's so good. And yeah, this month we are raising money for Rainbow Railroads, tyriapride as well, so any donations towards that will be massively appreciated. And thank you to everyone who pushed us past our first milestone of $200. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's set this. Let's just set everything to Berserker. Joys of Legendary, we've got Dragon Hunter, we're very happy about it. Berserker, cool. Customize, this one will be Impact. Nice. And we'll keep Paralyzation there because that's like super useful. And we'll set all this to Berserkers as well. And where is it? So I need Assassins, Shoulder, Assassin's Shoulder, and it's an Assassin's Accessory, so just one of these. Bless you. And here, this will go from Zakharos to Thief. Okay. So there are a few different versions of this, actually, that we can run. So this will be... Oh, look, I've actually... Are you doing raid CMs? If we're raiding, it will be on EU today, Grey Doodad, but welcome in. Wonder quick how that can go. How high is the chance to get clovers from the Mystic Forge recipe with crystals, shards, coins, ecto? I think it's about a 1 in 3 chance. Can I delete that? Yes. Open Mob Vindicator. Yeah, honestly, just delete. I don't need them saved anymore. Off your trot, on your bike. So there's Core Condi Thief as well, which is pretty fun. Do I actually buy more? No, I don't buy more of those, because straight up they can just be in... Actually, no, what am I doing? They can literally just be in a text document. You just hit a 6% chance for clovers? Hell yeah. I mean, mathematically, I think it's hard-coded. It's like a 33% chance or something, but... Yeah, obviously you can get really good runs, you can get really bad runs. I'll rip the Replenishing Despair trait on Rev. Oh yeah, that's getting reworked, isn't it? So let's go. This one will be... PP PP Deadeye. Yep, so let's store that build template. And then if we go to Daredevil, that is the Daredevil version. So this is PP Daredevil. And we can... here, we will run Fist Flurry. The reason I don't want to run Signet of Agility is because then it frees up another utility slot. Signet of Agility is an amazing skill because, one, you get increased precision, which is nice, but also when you activate it, you cleanse 3 conditions from you and nearby allies, and also get extra endurance, so it's super handy. But yeah, there are like other useful skills. Obviously, if you're running Daredevil, you can run Fist Flurry for extra damage. Shadow Step is just a god tier skill. You can do Bandit's Defense for a block, Smokescreen for projectile reflect. So there's a ton of good stuff there. Shadow Portal, good stuff. So let's save that one. Where is it? Store build template. Okay, and we can also do. Where is it? Trickery. So we can do Thrill of the Crime, Bountiful Theft, and Sleight of Hand. And here, I don't know, we can just literally run, I don't know, Haste. You can run really whatever you want. And then this will be Pistol, Pistol. Poor Thief. Now we'll still build template. Cool. This version will do quite a lot less damage, but it means your steel is going to be significantly buffed. And Sven, all you need to make another Gem 1 spear is a gift of battle. Oh, hell yeah, do it! Because yeah, you get Thrill of the Crime, so you give Might, Fury, and Swiftness to yourself and nearby allies. Bountiful Theft is going to be Vigor and more Might. It'll also steal boons, so depending on the encounter, that can actually be pretty damn useful. And you have a pretty low cooldown on steel as well, and that should be impacted by Alacrity. Increase all damage per initiative spent, still gains reduced recharge time. Yeah, good times. Oh, and you get extra initiative as well, so it actually does make the build a lot cushier to play. Because even though you technically have infinite initiative whenever you do unload, because if you finish your full unload, you get refunded the initiative. If you have to interrupt your unload, if you have to dodge, or if you press another skill and you just don't time it right, you won't get the initiative regen. So what you'll probably notice when you play it is that your initiative will gradually just degenerate. It'll be over the course of a few minutes, but you'll eventually reach a point where you won't have enough initiative. Then you have to sit there and auto-attack for a bit to let it regen. Oh, but steel also regen some, so this also sort of helps with that, which is pretty good. That also makes the Deadeye version of the build really, really good, because Mercy is just a god tier skill. So Stun Break, and also refunds basically all your initiative depending on how much Malice you have, which you'll basically be capped out on Malice all the time. So there's a few versions here. So let's go take this. Take this on the Golem, and just go show what it does, just for demonstration's sake. What is... cool, we got some stuff there. Nice. Okay. Aerodrome, there we go. Man, thank you so much, Abjunct Samuel, for the raid. Oh, you lose all your initiative on Conscious Amalgamate? Yeah, like if you're in a situation where you know you're going to be a bit short on initiative, running the Deadeye version is really good because you have a means to actually regen it really quickly, and it's basically a way to fix mistakes as much as you can make with the build. Okay, power... Oh cool, I've actually got like proper food, which is probably like all I need for the purposes of this. I'll run the actual version just self. Add boons, give us all of them.
Swift and steady.
Spawn. Alt Shift H, bring that up. Alt Shift B, don't need that. Cool, he's got all condies. So this is the core thief version. And if I actually, it's good I can actually record B-roll. Let's drag this just down there. So it looks a bit better. Okay.
I will end
And now the best thing about this version is like complete AFK. You actually don't need to press any skills whatsoever to do the damage rotation. Well, you may have to press Thieves Guild once every few minutes, I guess. And Fire, thanks for the hydrate. Now's actually a really good time while I practice the core pistol thief rotation. This is unironically it. Plus, you get to watch big number go up. Now, it looks like we're critting all the time as well, which is nice. A Basilisk Venom for that, even less damage spike. Yeah, if you're taking Basilisk Venom, you're going to get less of a damage spike, but you're actually going to have like really good breakbar damage, which, if you're running a build like this, which doesn't have a bunch of baked-in utility, I'd run Basilisk Venom a lot of the time as well, just because it really helps out the team depending on the encounter. How many minutes per action is this? I guess technically, or if you run Basilisk Venom and you don't care about break bars, technically none. Because yeah, if you just set Pistol 3 to autocast, you should automatically just start attacking. There we go. See, we had to press another skill. And yeah, sure, I'll show you the gear and build again after we do this. Just getting some footage for like a future build guide for it. Al, welcome into your telekinesis. How are you pro defensing with our hands? Entirely with our mind. 100%. And if I want to probably up the damage bit, I can press my Signet of Might, or Assassin Signet, just to up the damage a little bit at the end there. There we go, that's 28.6. And that's ignoring like the other stuff you can do. Obviously, you can just like basically customize your utilities as you want. Haste can just be swapped out for anything. Shadow Step can be swapped out. That can just be entirely what you want. Too many actions for Signet. I didn't need to press that. It's good if you're phasing though. But that's Pistol Core Thief there. Like these two trait lines will remain the same. It's just this last trait line that will swap depending on the build. And in terms of the gear we're using, it is Berserkers with Dragon Hunter runes. We've got Force and Impact. We've got an Assassin's Shoulder and an Assassin's Accessory. It's just letting us reach 100% crit. There you go, see, we're critting 100% of the time. Very nice. And then, yeah, we've got Relic of the Thief there. Very on brand. Okay. We respawn. So now if we actually run the Daredevil version, here you actually can get quite good damage as well. Like, honestly, comparable to a lot of just regular DPS builds. Oh, hey, I'm not actually recording, which is what I need. But yeah, you can actually get, like, pretty decent burst damage on it. Honestly, it's more fun to play. Really should jump in place. Oh, give it Vindicator dodge and, ooh, Chef's Kiss. That's going to be great. But unfortunately, we're not getting that.
Safe from harm.
Alright, so let's go respawn. There you go, actually record, because I will need this at some point. And obviously here I'm just dodging from side to side. Actually, that was bad. Why was... Because I actually wasn't facing. Hang on. Too sweaty a DPS rotation. They should despawn momentarily. There we go. There we go. And the trick is to try and keep up your bounding dodger as much as possible and don't let your endurance refill. So it's basically every 3 unloads you want to dodge. And if you're ever low on endurance, just hit steel. Deadly, welcome in. And yeah, unfortunately, no hope on this account. So even then, this is still like super low intensity, but you actually are getting some pretty good damage from it. Purely because Daredevil actually has some pretty cracked damage modifiers in it. There's just no hope here. There we go. So that's like 35.5k DPS, which that is still honestly entirely acceptable. And when you consider a lot of, proper DPS builds, even though they may be benching at like 45k, there's only a handful of people that can actually do that. And even on, say, something like Condivert, like a proper, full DPS build, I might be hitting about 37, maybe 38 on a good day. And that is much sweatier than that. And you have a question for 2 legendary rings and accessories. How long does it take to craft them? I'd probably say for a casual play, it might be talking like 3 weeks to a month for each ring. I think it sort of depends on how hard you go on each game mode. And let's go respawn. And if we go the Deadeye version, hang on. Yeah, there we go. That's how it works. Set that. So this build, there's actually a few different versions you can run. Let's run that there. Does Vindicator works with 2-handed hammer? I mean, it will work. I mean, it's low damage. It's just because hammer itself is low damage. But, like, it will do okay, actually. And I think... I have to think, because I think even with, like, Vindicator, you can probably hit over 30k with it. Have you tried stowing weapons, seeing how much more damage you can pump out of it, or making it not totally AFK? I haven't tried stowing weapons, and just generally, I hate stowing weapons in Guild Wars 2 to try and eke out more damage. Usually, if a build suggests you do that, I will disregard that entirely, because that I feel like is a janky mechanic that should not exist. But you probably could do that. There's definitely some points there where I could have probably like cancelled some aftercast there to squeeze it out a bit more. Using Greatsword and Swordsword. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, you can swap out any one of those for hammer if you want a ranged option. It'll probably be fine. But yeah, so this is probably the typical version you'd see.
It's time.
But really, you just have to use Deadeye's Mark.
What happened?
Yeah, we're just marking it off cooldown, really, and I guess using Shadow Flare as well. So sorry to hear that, Grey Doodad. But yep, this is kind of it. And yeah, this will get you around about 32. And there's a lot of ways you can make this incredibly survivable as well. Thief is actually really good at that.
Defend yourself.
Not sure if I should be using a stolen skill at all. Aside from, hey, it actually gives you something else to do. But inherently you have a lot of just baked in healing because of Signet of Malice. There you go, see that's 32.8 there, and that's minimal actions. Actually gives you a little something to do. But yeah, you can run Invigorating Precision there. Yeah, that's going to convert a bunch of your damage into healing. I was based on your outgoing crit damage, so yeah, that's going to be a ton of healing. And if you really want to juice it, yeah, you can run the Relic of Zakharos as well, which that's honestly what I'll be doing if I am doing like Kadim 2 kiting, mostly because it just means that even if someone on your group drops an orb and you take a whole bunch of burst damage and ticking damage, you're not really going to care about it that much. Because if you're doing that role, you're not responsible for damage. It's good if you can do it, but that's not what you're being judged upon. Yeah, pistol healing, it's good to be immortal. Oh yeah, like I can. And let's see here. H, where is it? I need to actually get some more, just noms, get some cheeky noms. G, need to also max out cooking on this account. Cool, I've eaten food. Can we out-heal the full damage AoE? Sparrow, how are you going? It's great to see you. No, I don't need that. You do Q2 without Zakharos, but you believe in your other Orbers? Yeah, like if your other Orbers don't drop it, you don't need it. Like Zakharos combined with Invigorating Precision and Signet Malice is just complete overkill. It is 100% overkill. All good, thanks. How are you? I'm going very well, thank you for asking. It's been a nice chill day here so far, and we're messing around with some Pistol Thief, actually somewhat documenting the things we recommend for it, which is good. And Perry, new player, Thief feels insanely squishy in open world at fresh 80. Do you need to buy the X-Pack for Deadeye for it to not suck? No, not at all. I mean, you can do, you can run like, sort of this build here, where is it, just Trickery, bam, bam, bam. You can run this set here without even needing a specialization. Just put Invigorating Precision on, and then whenever you crit, you're going to heal.
Ready for more.
So it's insanely tanky in open world, actually. Let me actually just go. Special Daredevil. I'm just gonna go. No, that's wrong version. Deadeye. Yep, there we go. And cool. I've got the Relic of Zakharos as well. And this weapon setup is just pistol. I'm running spear on swap just for the CC, but that is literally just there for CC. I'm not actually using it for anything else. Pistol, so you can run that on a core version. But yeah, if you're running healers, if your healers are competent in your group, which honestly they probably will be given how juiced healers are, don't bother running Invigorating Precision. Just swap it out for No Quarter and swap out Relic of Zakharos for Relic of the Thief. So let's try the extreme damaging AoE. It's what I'll actually like test out healers on.
I feel furious.
Yep, that's the extreme damaging AoE. It's what I will test healers on. It's fine. Yep, it's sustaining it. It's working. Plus, yeah, because I'm not running Shadow Flare, I literally don't have any other skills to press. But this is the case with really any sort of thief build. If you throw on Invigorating Precision, Signet of Malice, and Relic of Zakharos, the healing you get is just absolutely monstrous. Definitely helps I've got protection here, though. And yeah, Mercy is a good skill because you can just like blast your Pistol 4 for a ton of CC and regenerate your initiative. So we'll showcase that in just a moment once my mark is up. So I can go bam, 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 and then bam, bam, bam. So you can just like spam it and then use your Mercy to refresh your initiative, so you can actually just keep doing this over and over. As soon as I stop attacking, I will die very, very quickly, so I'm going to have to shadow step out once we're done. It's cool, you can watch number go up, so that's fun. See, look, we've gone over 1 million now. Like, if you literally enjoy watching line go up, it does the thing. Now I'm going to have to get ready to shadow step out. There we go. But good, that's all socked away. Excellent. Now what we're going to do now that we bask in the glory of Pistol Thief, and we have basically all versions of the build set up, we're going to go take a break and go stretch our legs. We'll see everyone in a few minutes. Janthe Wilds has launched, spears have been added to Guild Wars 2, and Condi Renegade is doing over 50k DPS. Why? I've been playing this game since the X-Pack launch, and it is the most fun that I've had on Revenant in a long time. Let's jump on this one quick while the going's good. Welcome back everyone. Condi Renegade is the new busted DPS build, so it's time for a crash course so we can experience the sheer power of it before ArenaNet realizes what they've done. No matter what though, the introduction of Spear with Janthe Wilds has given us an incredibly fun build that feels amazing to play, has a simple, easy to learn playstyle, and honestly has some amazing looking skills. So let's jump in quickly and cover this hilariously powerful build. First up, some Renegade basics. When you become a Renegade, you get access to the Color Scorch Razor Legend, which lets you summon members of her warband with some nice AoE effects. After a balance patch earlier on in this year, the first color skill you use gives you the band together effect, which empowers the next one you use. So basically every second color skill you use is more powerful, which this plays out when it comes to your rotation. You also get access to Shortbow on Revenant, which with the Weapon Master system from Secrets of the Obscure, you can use on any Revenant spec. We won't be using it today, but it's a very fluid, high damaging, range condition damage weapon and one of my personal favorites. You also get access to new Citadel Order skills, which let you grant boons to your allies or deal some extra AoE damage. Another small but important mechanic is the buff Colors Fervor. This is a stacking buff that grants you an extra 2% damage, condition damage, and lifesteal damage for each stack with a maximum of 5. Several of your Renegade skills and traits interact with this buff, so keep an eye out. With today's Condi Renegade, you'll end up with an amazing DPS build with lots of AoE cleave, a simple rotation, and oodles range damage. With that, let's dive into the gear. Our gear on Condi Renegade is going to be pretty standard in terms of condition damage builds. We'll be using full Viper's gear in every slot with Runes of the Trapper for the extra condition damage and duration. For your relic, you want to run Relic of the Fractal for the extra burning and torment whenever you apply bleeding. In terms of weapons, we'll be running a single spear with Sigil of Torment and Earth. The vast majority of your damage comes from Torment, so you'll want to apply as much of this as possible. And the Sigil of Earth will let you keep applying bleeding for extra damage and proc Relic of the Fractal as well. You can run whatever weapon you want on swap. Shortbow is great for some extra CC while maintaining damage, and Staff is always a good choice for the insane CC on Surge of the Mists. Really though, you'll just be camping Spear the majority of the time, unless you desperately need to swap. For our food, run Meaty Asparagus Skewers for the extra Torment duration and condition damage. Again, most of your damage comes from Torment, so we'll be juicing it as much as possible. For utility, run Toxic Focusing Crystals. Now the core idea behind Spear is using your Spear 5 Abyssal Rays as much as possible, which 1 inflicts torment and 2 gives you stacks of Crushing Abyss, which will make your Spear 5 deal even more torment for each stack, up to a maximum of 3 stacks. So you want to reach 3 stacks of Crushing Abyss as fast as possible. Landing any of your other Spear skills will reduce the cooldown of your Spear 5 so you can spam it even faster. So when I talk about the specific effects on the other Spear skills, just know that they all reduce the cooldown of your Spear 5. Your auto attack will switch between Abyssal Strike and Fire depending on whether you're in melee or at range, and it will also inflict torment and vulnerability. The fact you can still hit your target while at range is an amazing feature and huge quality of life. Spear 2 Abyssal Force will inflict burning and chill on your target, and if you hit an enemy, massively reduce the cooldown of Spear 5. You want to use this skill as much as possible. Spear 3 Abyssal Blitz will let you dash in whatever direction you want and evade while doing so. It's great to use instead of a dodge to conserve endurance and if you have some extra energy to spare. Spear 4 Abyssal Bolt is an AoE skill that will pull your targets together and inflict poison and chill. It's great to group up enemies before using your Spear 5 while they're all clustered together. In Kala, Break Razor's Bastion is a very nice heal skill and will pump out some serious healing to you and your team, as well as provide some resolution to reduce the amount of incoming condition damage. If you empower it by using another Kala skill beforehand, it will also grant some barrier. Razor's Claw's Rage.
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. And R3, is there any build link? I can grab, let's copy that build template. I can send that there. So yeah, you should be able to copy and paste that in game, then that should work. Okay, so now let's actually go see if I can finish off some of these other achievements there. And also get rid of Invigorating Precision. I don't need it. Unless they meant for the ad break video. Oh, in that case, yeah, you can go check out my YouTube channel. There will be a build link for whatever build guide was showing there. Which one was actually showing? They're set to random, so I don't know which one's going to pop up. There we go. Okay. Let's go into Holbrook. This one I've actually done Corteria map completion on. Where is Holbrook? There. Oh, Condi Renegade, you think with Spear? Oh, hell yeah, I love that one. Not as broken as it was. I miss when that build did 50k. But it's still really good. I still 100% recommend it. Okay, let's see if I can... Maybe Hold Shift H, hide that. Wasn't Pistol Thief, he mentally checked out. Fair enough. Although Pistol Thief is what I'll run if I do want to mentally check out. No valid path to target. Ah. That's interesting. Welcome in. First time here. Good to see a good Aussie streamer on Great Game. Well, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you being here. Let's see if we can finish off. How many of these do I need? Oh, 300. Oh, well. We'll get it done. There's probably actually other achievements as well that would be pretty chill to get. Does the pinata bashing adventure also count? will get these skins on this account. Dragon Slapper. What's that one? Cool, this one's actually got a few hours of experience boosters as well. That's good. We've actually landed on the set of gear as well that we want, because the Deadeye version you can actually run like a good chunk of Dragon's gear for extra health. I'm just going to place a thing there. So I know where I'm up to. So here I have to bet on the winner a ton.
Yes? Oh. Hi. Are your
I don't know if there's usually sales around now. I'm not sure if there are any on now. There were some super recently. But with the anniversary of the game coming up in August, like, you can almost guarantee there will be some there. So while we're here, just literally bet on all of them. Cool, that's done. Then, just use our personal waypoint to come back. Pick up the path where we left off. I wonder, do we have to get all 300 of these? Dragon's Bash experience. Oh, maybe Dragon we do. So Masters of the Arena we need to get. That one we need 500 of them. Okay. A 75% off a Hot and Pop when it goes on sale. Oh yeah, then it's just, honestly, it's insane value. Honestly, if you want to get like a second account as well, that's actually a really good way to do it just then. So even though login rewards for multiple accounts aren't really a thing, if you blast out the first weekly of the season on an account, it's worth about 150, 160 gold. And you can usually do it in about an hour or so, so it's actually like insanely, you know, worth it. Yeah, the mystic coins that you get are just whew.
Elder dragons.
And especially because if you buy the Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire bundle, you get a level 80 boost as well.
Subject us to their twisted whims. When we've lived out our usefulness, they'll be tossed aside like trash. Casualties in their pointless wars.
Yeah, you still can get like a really good value from a second account, especially if like you want to play on different regions. Well, have one NA, one EU account, and get the best of both worlds.
No refuge. For these crew masters will never let us go free.
Okay, so we have to figure out where's the best way to blast them. Are there pinatas in Lion's Arch, or are they just in Holbrack? So Moral Master is done. There are two in either north. You can always click that swap map button. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. So if we swap map now, go back here. Should equip short bow actually. Yeah, just literally there. Actually, that combined with Shadow Step.
Are your homes dissatisfied?
No, traveler.
So we actually get to feel like we're using our skills effectively. I love short bow on Thief. I think it may actually just be my favourite weapon in the game. Alka, how's it going? Great to see you. Just the port on it's fantastic. The poison field's great. Cluster bomb's awesome. I love the fact it just pings between mobs, so it's great for tagging. It's just like a really good weapon. Laz, how's it going? Great to see you.
Make it quick.
Short bow's S tier for riff farming. Yeah, that and Herald is just absolute god tier because you'll just get credit for everyone's kills because the sheer amount of boons that you give. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sufferance. But yeah, if you're not feeling up to it at all, like I totally understand. Because yeah, Sarah's prog, it's a lot. So if that's what you feel you need to do, that's all good. But I'm really sorry to hear that. And Laz, you played for 13 hours and now you're in bed. You can't sleep, but you're too tired to keep playing. It's almost 5 AM there. I'm so sorry that you can't sleep there, Laz. That's a lot of time playing Guild Wars 2. Like, try and get whatever rest you can. A best weapon overall as the one you like most overall classes? Yeah, it's the one I like most overall. It's got such utility baked into it. It feels like a good weapon to use at all points. Obviously, short bow is not great for damage, but like in PvP, throwing down the poison field is great. It's great CC as well. Infiltrator's arrow, is that the skill? Yeah, Infiltrator's arrow is just amazing.
Nothing more than to enslave us to do their bidding. Subject us to their twisted
Oh, 50% Tyria map comp? That's a lot to do in a day, mate.
tossed aside like trash. Casualties of their pointless wars.
Oh, that is class meant for all classes. Like honestly, I
Even there, we will
would say Thief is probably overall Thief Shortbow is still probably overall my favorite weapon in the game.
never let us
It's
go.
been that way for years. It's not just favorite weapon for Thief. I think it may actually be my favorite weapon out of like everything. But other ones that sort of stand out will be Rev Shortbow. I really, really love the feel for it. It's just incredibly fun, satisfying weapon to use. Oh, did I miss it? Rip. Mesmer Spear is also really, really good. Oh, thank you so much for that, Jess. Everyone, Jess, absolutely incredible, and has made homemade turkey shepherd's pie. That is going to be so good. Everyone go check out Jess's amazing Twitch channel at ConnorConCarne.
Spirits of the wild will.
Oh, for all class in mind. Okay, so for each class, the thief is definitely short bow. Rev, I would say short bow. Warrior,
Excelsior.
it might actually be longbow in terms of the one that I'm excited about playing the most, because I don't actually play a huge amount of warrior. Guardian, I love greatsword. Just whirling wrath, such a fun skill to use. Ranger, staff. I just really like the movement skill on it. Yeah, I like staff as a weapon. Elementalist. I like Elementalist. It might actually be the combination of Dagger. That I really like. That I always find a super fun combo to play with. Necro. Great sword. We're talking in terms of PvP, PvE, or both. Generally both. Just which weapon gives me the most vibes, and if I was to like pick one, you know, gun to my head, what would be my favorite? I do like Ellie Spear. Ellie Spear is pretty damn cool. Have I missed any? Engineer. Hammer. Hammer on Scrapper especially. Yeah, Hammer is great. Without a doubt. This is amazing. Is that not? There it goes. As soon as I look at Jess's computer, that's when it will start working. Not before, only as soon as I look. This doesn't seem per class. I think I've definitely misunderstood. Feel free to rephrase and I'll do my best to answer. Do you mean like skin? That's of the arena, so we got to get to Eye of Zaitan. Let's wait until the Mole Racer are done as well. We can turn that off. Oh, which weapon skills do you like the most? That's not per class. Okay, weapon skills. Okay. That's not per class. So per weapon, what is my favorite skill? On longbow, can we say the warrior, the berserker burst skill, where you lay down the giant field of fire? If we have all weapon skills from all class into one class, oh wow. That one I always really enjoy. Eternity's Requiem. The Revenant Greatsword 5 skill, love that. Unload on pistol, yep. It is good. It's very good. That will just be my favourite pistol skill, because pistol skills are just a bit sort of meh in general. Got the Greatsword 5, Ambush and Mirage the most. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Thief Dagger 5, yep, Cloak and Dagger, love it. Cloak and Dagger Backstab is great.
Go ahead.
I love Whirling Wrath as well on Greatsword. On what do you call it? On Guardian. That's great. Yeah, let's go Festivities. The Mesmer Spear 2 is also really, really good. Great, yeah, Greatsword, like Nightfall. Is it Nightfall? Yeah, there we go. Let's join up with this group here. Nice. Xanatos, I recognize your name.
Might and glory. You're in my sights.
And even, I forgot to mention on the pistol build, you can even run a quickness build as well. That will still be okay. And here I definitely want to turn on auto target.
Safe from harm. Sweet and steady.
And Alcate learned that Ken Allen, the orangutan, was in the exile, famous for his many escapes. During his escapes, he would peacefully stroll around zoo looking at other animals, then act aggressively towards patrons, but would throw rocks at Otis, another orangutan he despised. That's very funny. Ouch. For pistol, and rifle on Thief, why? Rifle, to get the full damage out of it, I find it clunky to use. I don't like the kneel mechanic. Like, I just really do not like that. Anything that restricts my movement in Guild Wars 2, I'm just like, nah, I'm quite happy to not have that. But I do need to actually practice its proper DPS rotation. It does have better range. It's like really, really good, I find, for farming certain things in open world. Especially in like Quarteria, there was a luminous dust farm in Iron Marches. And yeah, I'd run rifle for that. But range hardly matters. Yeah, like in most content, range doesn't matter. Like also in terms of farming, I'd put short bow, like if you're just farming open world events, you've got a group around you, short bow I'd say would be better, because the shots actually bounce.
Sweet and steady.
Rifle's really good as a weapon.
Ah, it was nothing.
And yeah, like if it works for you, that's all good. It's still a very good weapon. Probably turn off snap target here actually, so then I can just like pop those down everywhere. So we get spirit shards as well. Oh, your rifle does have some great use. It is a fun and broadly well-designed weapon. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Kara. I hope Sir Flop is going okay. Oh yeah, if you line up a few enemies with pistol, yeah, the cleave is actually monstrous.
Did you see that?
Also, yeah, the fact you're able to buff yourself with 25 Might and Fury is pretty good here. I do need to practice playing rifles some more. It's someone that I've never really gravitated to. What classes use pistol? Elementalist does, like pistol Elementalist I think is pretty sweet. Pistol Firebrand, or Firebrand, or actually use pistol Guardian, that's really, really good. And Alcard, thank you for that tip there. The Pack Supply Network is going to sell that recipe, hell yeah. Scourge uses it. Oh, hang on.
Target marked.
Warrior can use it. Mesmer can use it. Engineer use it. Honestly, that most class can use it. I think Ranger can't. Ranger and Rev. They're the only two that can't.
I don't have enough energy.
I do need to do all the pack supply network agents as well.
Sweet and
Need to get in the habit of doing them.
ready for more.
Trooper and Chunk Ball, that's a great short bow as well. I do need to get that on this account. Now the wiki will be able to tell you what's actually in the rotation.
Another.
Might actually run the quickness version of this as well.
Sharper still.
I'll see here. I'm gonna run that version. There we go. Do that.
Might and glory.
Ooh, ouch. That thing just... Yeesh.
Safe from harm. Contract accepted.
Sharper still. Hurts, doesn't it?
Stun break there.
Click, click. That's valuable.
Cool, we got the Sacred Raven's chest. Oh, okay.
This dragon may be a sight to behold, but don't get distracted.
It's time.
Blade storm.
Just a bit of your soul. I deserve
That.
Another.
Just as soon as my mark pops up, I'm just going to pop it off cooldown. And just, it will auto-target something.
Another.
What time is it for you? It is 6:39 in the evening for me. Aside from just remote connect to my PC and got blasted by Sabrina music. Amazing.
It's ready to fight.
Target your phone.
Blade storm. Slice them apart. Sharper steel. Anyone? Help! I will end.
Yeah, that's in Australia. So that one is now done. So we got the mini mystical orbs. We can add that to the account wardrobe. Do you use any ping lowering service for Guild Wars 2? No, I don't. The only time I ever would is if there's some sort of internet routing issue that leads to me to having abnormally high ping. I mean, you could potentially try exit lag or something. I've used that before.
You know I won.
Slowpoke.
But yeah, generally I don't. Like 230 is broadly totally fine. That's what I'd typically get if I was on NA.
How are you?
You play 160 ping, you live in Chile. I have seen sub
We all have a
200
place in
ping
the eternal
like
alchemy.
twice in all my years in Guild Wars 2. I remember them
Someday
each
I
time.
will
They were
establish
glorious.
my prominence. My word.
Going the distance achievement. Yeah, 230 ping is pretty good for Australia. How much do these go for?
Excelsior. We all have a place in the eternal alchemy.
Sacred. Are these all just account bound? Oh, there's something else.
My word.
Raven? You play League of Legends of 2 ping? Good lord. Is Deadeye best Q DPS now?
How
I
are you?
wouldn't say it's the best Q DPS. It does offer like pretty good damage if you play the more complicated version of the build.
We all have a place in the eternal alchemy.
Best Q DPS I'd overall say would be Chronomancer now. Yeah, exit lag didn't get me down that much lower. Okay, yeah, I probably only lost about 20 ping or so. Chrono the best Q DPS broadly, I'd say. It's the most flexible, has really good damage, great stability and Aegis access. So I'd say that one, if I had to pick one, and also because you can just swap one trait and do Alacrity. So it's got that going for it as well. Ooh, it's a pretty hype sword actually, we'll get that. Yeah, probably not with the monthly sub you would have noticed 230, 210. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. And also, Herald is still amazing in terms of quickness DPS as well, because the sheer amount of boons that it covers. And like, different people will agree with different builds better than others. And so, Alt E, is there a Let's see there, Dragonstorm. What am I looking for? I'm looking for holographic stampedes. Rules 2, holographic stampede.
It's all skill and a little
Oh,
luck.
cool. So we need to get one more of these, so if you get the going distance. And Sky, you were wondering what boon DPS is best on Decimus CM and range. You play Quickness Chrono right now, but it feels very weak. What's meta? Now, Quickness Chrono is like really, really good. Not necessarily sure what is meta, but I'd wager Chrono is actually not that far off it. Because you can run Dagger Sword and Great Sword, and it will just work great, because you can also run Well of Precognition, which will really help your team survive as well, and not get knocked around by stability. Okay. 5 achievements here. So these in Wayfarer's Foothills. So where are we now? So if we go festivals.
You smell
We might be in Dredgehaunt. Catch you later, lads. Best of luck with your sleep.
knowledge is power.
Clear that. So where do we need to go here? Cool, let's follow the mentor tag.
Round 3, go! Might and glory.
Shadow step. That's annoying.
I feel fury, might and glory. Safe from harm. Splendid combination. Swift and safe. Let's do this. A splendid combination.
Oh, wondering what is the best QDPS? Honestly, I'd probably pick Chrono. Because of sheer amount of utility that it brings. And because if you want to be in the range group, it's probably among the best range QDPS you can bring. I mean, Deadeye wouldn't be too bad either. But I put Chrono ahead of it. Yeah, Chrono, I would say, overall would be meta because of the sheer amount of utility that it brings, especially if you're pugging it.
What an
display of combat. Happy dragon bashing, everyone!
Okay, so where do we need to go? So I think they're off to... Rune, how are you going? It's so good to see you. I think we're in Lornar's Pass next. Yeah, that shepherd's pie, absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jess. It was so good. Oh, it's raining super heavily here. Nice. Complete turn events, outstanding. Break a Defiance bar. Okay, festivals, Dragon Bash. I finally got over your COVID cold. Oh, that's good. We're sorry you had both at the same time. That sounds awful. So you're getting back in the swing of things again. That's great to hear. I'm really glad to hear that. So sorry to hear that you had COVID and a cold. Like, that really sucks. Dragons. So going the distance, is that actually going to be the best one for us to do? It might actually be. Yeah, we can do that super quick. It was awful. Oh, I can imagine. Mole racing is going. I'll just dip from squad. That's pinata bashing. Okay, so let's check here. Tow race is finished. That's mowers. Festivals. Ooh. Thank you. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think going the distance is probably the one that we want to focus on. So if we do the actual race event, if that pops up,
Go ahead.
that should probably get us the progress we need. Big drift around. Oop. Should probably not have gone around that way. Oh, not awful.
We're like white men.
There we go. Cool, and still gold. And that 3 days we couldn't even lift your head from the pillow. Oh no. Japan managed to avoid getting COVID somehow, so that's good. And you nearly have your sunrise, just waiting on some buy orders. Amazing. Slow it down. Try not to get pinged there. Cool. Yeah, pretty good. Didn't come off though, that's the main thing. Yadas are back up. We'll see if I actually need them, although the AP will be pretty good. Yeah, it's raining super heavily. Oh no, that probably means Addie's bed's getting wet. Have to bring that in a bit. Cool, our fastest time yet.
Oh, let's go to the dragon ring.
Oh, gotta slow that right down. Actually, if we can nab the event as well, the race event. Too bad of a straight there. Okay, we're getting better at this though, which is nice. Just slow it down. Not the best thing I've ever done. It's also pretty good. Even faster. Oh yeah, blast through your masteries. Yes, we can actually get access to those shards. Slow it down. Big drift. Pretty good. Oh, thanks for the hydro. I'll do it after this lap. Thank you for the stretch as well. Oops, should not have done that there. Oh, still worked, somehow. So I actually don't get enough practice on Roller Beetle. So we're enhancing all our Guild Wars 2 skills. Let's just slow that right down. Oh, there we go, perfect. Actually, what am I doing? I just have to complete them.
Eternal alchemy.
I can also do this.
My word,
Speedy, how are you going? It's great to see you.
I will establish my prominence.
We'll just stop in the middle of the race to place bets. Don't think we'll be able to get gold with that. We'll at least get silver. Oh, can we still get gold? Just. We can place bets and still get gold. Excellent. Now let's do the hydrate. Yeah, we'll try and... because I do want as much astral claim as possible, because this account will actually get great use for it because of those upgrade extractors.
Go ahead.
Slow it down. There we go. Big drift. Oh, that was bad drift. Very bad drift. Oh no. It's all gone terrible. Hope you are. I'm going very well, thank you for asking. Hope you are also going well. Okay, we're working on some Dragon Bash achievements right now. We've made the ultimate pistol thief collection of builds. Actually, we've got a core thief, we've got a daredevil, got a deadeye there. I guess I could probably try a spectre version just to meme around. It's going to be worse than every other version. So I don't think Spectre has any damage modifiers relevant to power. Galvanize, what is up? It's bad how your races go. Some of mine definitely do go like that. That worked. Let's get that sweet, sweet festival astral acclaim. And thank you, Steve. You have a great rest of your day, mate. Thank you for popping in. And Abe, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Don't get caught on a wall. So once you get a feel for the momentum of the roller beetle, it's not too bad. We're doing good to be messing around. And want to try an ESDF setup for your keys. Oh, nice. Yeah, I guess that will give you access to a lot of different keys as well. Also, if your W key is getting soft as well. But yeah, let me know how it goes. And if you're enjoying Action Cam, that is all good. It does have some big disadvantages in terms of being able to very quickly fire off some skills. But like if you're happy with it, that's fine. It's good. This actually counts as completing events. Maybe. Who knows? No. Back we go. Oh, it's been horrid. Your muscle memory's all messed up. I can absolutely imagine it would be. Gosek, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome in Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne. You can also go check out my YouTube channel there where I do all sorts of Guild Wars 2 guides. What is up, Gosek? Everyone go check out our friend Gosek over on Twitch. What did you get up to on your stream, mate? Yeah, the main issue with Action Cam is that everything Action Cam does you can do without it, but Action Cam has limitations that Free Cam doesn't. Yeah. That's like the main thing. Ah! As I raise the first shot turn, gets everyone, I swear. It's going okay. I mean, that one like does get me sometimes. I can see why it does, especially because you want to like get as much speed as possible. Whereas there you actually need to slow down a bit just so you can make sure you safely get it. There we go. Annual feats completed. That's 50 AP. That is the Raven's Visage box. We'll just literally pick, I know, the medium one. I'm on a medium class. We can now become the Burb. Yep, we are now Burb. Great. Now can we become even more bird? Do I have any other bird-related or bird-tangential things? That's it, your weekly online time on hour 45? Hell yeah! Let's grab that, so special. Okay, that's a lot of astral acclaim. Yeah, see, this is how you get playable Tengu right there. That's how you do it. I actually don't have that much. I don't really have that many feathered things on this account. Oh, new Pride event wings might look cool. Yeah, they would. They would. Yeah, then let's it dies, and we'll just randomize. The randomized dies, quite often it will accidentally do a good job. There it is. That's pretty burb. Nice. Love it. Okay, let's see what else we got. What else can we do in terms of rewards here? Also, let's check out fast farming. Is there anything good in the festivals? Dragon Bash, let's take a look. Just salvage that now.
This is the only proper course.
And toughness, vitality, common damage, expertise, that can go. Send it to the void. Got the skin though. During which arena 6-round cycle. Battling how expensive jawbreakers are. Yeah. Probably take a look and see what else we can get. Also, let's see.
I haven't taken leave
Best.
of my senses. I've seen creatures of metal and steam.
So if we beat more minions. Yeah, honestly, if we do... Oh, shit, that'll get us... Yeah, we do that. That gets us to the heavy achievement chest. Alright, we are doing holographic shenanigans. And that would be pretty sweet. Let's go just see what rewards we got to play with as well. We'll do that in a smidge. Drewbert's Ghost, what's up? What do you have? I don't know. What happens if we... Do we get an achievement if we do? Or am I just literally sending it to the void? Why is my jacket changing colours? Which one? Am I just literally sending this to the void? Oh, you get one achievement. Okay. There we go. 5 AP. Oh, sweet. 1 star cake. Yes. Yes. Bloody amazing. Mortem Slain? Nah. Bat.
Good hunting.
Nah. Homestead stuff. Not too fussed about it. Weapons.
The spirits of
Do I
wild
need the sword? Oh well.
The answers.
I'm happy if I don't get any more AP. Well, we can get some pretty fun stuff there. What's that? It's a rifle. Okay. Crown Legends Greatsword. It's a pretty cool greatsword. Trident, Warhorn. Got the weekly friendo here. We can do inscribed shards. All of these are pretty bad in terms of gold.
Farewell.
And do I use Jade Tech protocols often? If I remember. If I remember to use them, then I will. They are incredibly useful, and they're basically a way to make any raid build really good for open world, because you just give them all the boons, and then your build is now great. But beautiful. We're going to take a break, stretch our legs. We'll be back in a few minutes. Do you want a tool that can help you get the perfect build set up every time? Aren't you curious which of these many sigils and runes is the best for you? Have you always dreamed of being able to tailor your build to exactly what you need? Well, you're in luck. Today, we're covering one of the most overpowered Guild Wars 2 tools around, the Discretized Gear Optimizer. Welcome back everyone. I've mentioned it in my last few videos, and today we're finally delving into the detail about the Gear Optimizer. This is basically a tool which will let you compare different gear, runes, sigils and food to see which is going to be the best choice for your specific build. It takes so much of the mystery away from selecting your ideal gear and food, and makes theory crafting your own builds infinitely easier. Right off the bat, I'm not affiliated with Discretize and I didn't develop this tool. I just use it all the time and think it's one of the best tools you, as a discerning Guild Wars 2 connoisseur, can use. So let's delve in and master this tool together. First up, we'll need to select our game mode. We can choose between fractals, raids, and world versus world. The main difference between the Fractals mode and the others is that the Fractal mode will consider the various Fractal potions and your total agony resistance. These give you extra stats, and ideally will give you a different gear loadout from the other areas of the game. If you're really into Fractals and want to have some specific Fractal builds, then feel free to select this option. Just remember that the builds you optimize specifically for Fractals might not be the best choice for other areas of the game, due to you missing stats from the Fractal potions. For most players though, the raid option will be the best choice. Select your class and build from the list of classes at the top of the page. Most of the current meta builds should be included here. If for some reason your build isn't here, select one that is closest to what you need and we can customize it later on. For this video, I'm going to be looking at the Power Quickness Herald build we have lined up for our next build guide. For the skills section, depending on what class and builds you pick, there will be different skills and passive buffs, usually from signets, included and checked here. Here we can see the tool has given us Burst of Strength, which gives us increased damage for 10 seconds after we use it. It's also assumed this buff is active 87.7% of the time. Let's just leave this as is for now. It's also listed Vengeful Hammers, which is the upkeep skill when we're in Jalis stance. This skill reduces our incoming physical and condi damage, which isn't overly important today. So for now, let's just leave this unchecked. Take a quick look at these, see if they make sense for your build, and move on. And if you just started out using this tool, there generally shouldn't be any need for you to change these. In this next section, you can start choosing what runes, sigils, and food items we want to compare. Depending on what build you choose at the beginning, there will be different options already included for you. You can either remove some of these options or add new ones if you please. One very important thing to remember for this tool is that it will go through and compare every combination of runes, sigils, food, and gear you include. If you add too many of these, it is going to take a hideously long time for the tool to complete, so try and only select things that are relevant to your build. While this tool doesn't include every relevant item in the game, it does include basically all relevant ones you're going to come across. So no need to worry about all those super obscure runes that nobody uses. For our Sigil 1, we already have Sigil of Force included. Perfect. For Sigil 2, we now have some options to choose from. We have Sigil of Air, Accuracy, Impact, and Concentration. The tool will go through and compare each of these sigils to find out which is the best in our case. For runes, let's just leave it at Scholar. For now, let's leave our food and utility slots as they are. If you like, you can remove the Ascended food options and replace them with their regular version. In this case, Sweet and Spicy Butternut Squash. This will result in your build having slightly lower damage due to the lack of lifesteal on crit. The buffs and boons section should automatically be filled with the realistic boons and buffs that you need. Note that this section does include the specific Jade Bolt tier as well, so remember to check if your build benefits from having extra vitality. In the infusion section, we can specify what type of infusions we want to include in our build if we really want to min-max. There are also some options on the left-hand side for some common pairings. For now, we'll just leave this blank and we'll come back to it later. In the stat options section, we can choose what kind of gear stats we want to compare. These should be pre-populated depending on your starting build choice. In this case, we have Berserker, Assassin, and Diviner, which seems reasonable. If we wanted, we could also go through and include Dragon's gear if we wanted to compare it. Just remember, adding in too many stat types here will really slow down the tool, so don't be a goofy goober here. We'll come back to the section after to play with some of the rarity controls, which can be surprisingly useful. The 4 slot section is very useful, especially if you don't have access to legendary gear yet. Here I could specify what gear I already have and don't want to change. For example, I could tell the tool that I want to keep all my existing Berserker's trinkets and just let it change the remaining slots. Once again, we shall return. In the priority section, we have a whole bunch of constraints to tell the tool to work with. We can tell it to optimize for damage, survivability, or healing. In this and most cases, we'll just optimize for damage. We can tell it what type of weapon we are using, either dual wielding or two-handed. In this case, I'm just going to leave it at dual wielding. We can also
And we have returned. Welcome back. Okay. Little Sacred Raven's chest. Oh, what do we get that for? Use? Okay. Do we just go pick another one? Let's get... Wielded dagger's pretty good. What's the greatsword like? Don't have many good hammer skins, actually. Hammer's a bit meh. What's a short bow?
My son ran off with a pack of sons.
Nah, short bow sucks. Staff?
Bad news. I've never heard of anyone.
Yeah, that also sucks.
He's a grown man. Excelsior. He's old enough to make his own.
Yeah, torch is pretty cool.
Yep.
Blue flame, always nice. So we got that. Now let's also grab that. Group. Festivals, parties.
And here we have the mower race, a time-honored tradition. Go on, make a wager. It's no fun if you don't have your hide in the game. Not to mention we're over budget.
Okay, so parties.
I have no desire to feed that filthy
What
beast.
difficulty?
These creatures are
Bash private ring 3-round cycle.
mostly free of parasites.
I was forced to corrupt mower racing industry. It's unethical. These creatures
Okay, let's go do another one of these.
How are you?
deserve to roam tyria-free.
Someday I will establish my prominence. Excelsior.
They ought to be running free.
Are these worth opening or selling?
Moving on.
My word.
We'll sell. Get a bit of gold that way. Okay, now let's see. We might even it's under festivals, festivities. If anyone wants to join us, join on my account here. Let's go. Arena.
Someday I will establish my prominence. My word.
Okay. So we've got the private instance there. Let's go into the public one.
You lost and you know it!
Liar.
Might and glory.
Yeah, we can just remove the group. Annie, welcome in. It is great to see you. Everyone go check out Annie Owen, amazing Twitch channel. What is up? I'm glad you approve of the sweater. It is quite cold here. Despite being our most Christmassy of sweaters, it's good all year round. We are just finishing off some Dragon Bash achievements, because as soon as we finish off killing some more holographic minions, we will get 50 AP, which is enough for the 12,500 milestone.
Ready for more.
And thank you for the look, Kiera, I appreciate that. But yeah, we've been messing around with Pistol Thief tonight, all versions of it. Been having a good time.
Safe from harm. Big target marked.
There we go, we've now just capped on quickness. Oh, we also got the Raven head. That's what we're rocking now. So now we're cosplaying as a bird. Just so lifelike. Yeah, I need to kill another 120.
Big blue. Target marked.
try and kill as many as possible. One's going to be a ton of experience. Probably just eat that random Dragon's for every star cake.
Just a bit of your soul. You won't miss it. Safe from harm.
Even here I can make a change. I can run Mug instead. Which is actually going to mean I deal damage and heal whenever I use Deadeye's Mark. Which will actually be pretty good.
Just a bit of your soul. You're in my sights.
Very nice.
Protect me.
But yeah, the quickness that you can pump out on Deadeye is pretty cracked. Yeah, we'll just stay on this set for now. And yeah, this month we are raising money for Rainbow Railroad as part of tyriapride. Fantastic cause, so any donations that go towards that are massively appreciated.
Click, click, boom. Safe from harm.
You'd always give him such a dark look. I was thinking, what do you want, Mark? See, look at me and try to sleep. It's adorable. Do you know the range of Deadeye range quickness? Let's actually check. Grab some. It says 1500. It was to steal time. Let's check. Ally boon radius of 360.
That's how amazing I am.
Splendid
It's the
company.
steel range, that's like 1500, which is just bonkers. Just check. Steel time. Ally boon radius. Additional boons to allies around you. Check. The wiki is 360. Yeah, but is the quickness coming from steal time or is it coming from fire for effect? Using a stolen skill grants additional boons to allies around you. I think it's 360.
Safe from harm.
Oh, and the thing with Pistol Thief is that because you're just constantly attacking before the actual damage, you know, disappears, you can keep just racking up an endlessly large number if you keep attacking. The damage itself is like passable. And the person has a bee on it. Oh, nice. Yeah, 360 would make sense, or else it would just be absolutely broken. And Mistburn Barrens is where you get it for range. That's good to know. I still don't have that.
Soften 'em up.
Swift and steady.
Come here, old friend.
My pain is safe from harm.
Good having auto target on, because yeah, just as soon as my Deadeye's Mark comes off cooldown, just use it, provide boons. Yeah, so about 360 radius it seems to be. Let's see if we can look at that radius around us. So yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, I think it's 360. Yeah, 360 is basically standard boon radius. Yeah, that checks.
Did you see that?
Soften 'em up.
All I need is one breath and one bullet.
Arena Slayer is done. How many more points do we get? Okay, you can just keep doing that. Addy. No, you got your toy. So that's auto attack, actually. It's because we had Spear there.
Might and glory.
By the way, fastest way to get into a new map is just to accept the closed instance thing? Yes, that's a very good point.
Hurts, doesn't it?
We're playing Deadeye, not Daredevil. Right now I'm playing Deadeye, but yeah. There's a Daredevil version of this build as well. But if you want the most damage, you run the Daredevil version. That will pull quite comfortably around, 35k. Probably a bit higher if you min-max it. The Deadeye one just provides quickness and has more utility baked in entirely because you have Mercy. Which just allows you to refresh your initiative, basically. So if you want to blast a whole bunch of CC, like here, so you can use Mercy for that. But being able to get quickness is absolutely hype.
Splendid combination.
The Daredevil version does take just a bit more finagling to get the most damage out of. So we've done that one. Mainly taking quickness so I can give people boons and then promptly get credit for their kills.
Each more hideous than the last.
Just getting Addy all riled. He's sprinting around the house.
You're seeing
All I need is one breath, one bullet.
There you go. You can see number just constantly going up because we're constantly attacking.
Ready for more.
It's done.
I chose you.
Had enough? You're in my sights. I deserve an award.
There we go. Look at that. So lifelike done. Dragon Bash experience done. Is it a Deadeye trait that constantly gives quickness? Yes, it is. This trait here, fire for effect. So it's basically going to make it whenever you steal, you always get steal time. And it's that's giving you quickness. And then, of course, you refresh your Deadeye's marks through all the various means, like killing mobs and using mercy, using cantrips if you've got the trait for it. And here we go. When you cast a cantrip, gain a random new stolen skill. So it's basically a combination of these two traits. So I'm going to mark, give quickness. I'm going to use cantrip, give quickness. Another cantrip, use quickness. Going to do mercy, which gives me quickness. Then I'm going to steal, get another one. Use mercy again, quickness. Steal, quickness. So you can do that and you can just like cap out on quickness insanely quickly. There we go, cantrip, quickness. Another cantrip, quickness. Open up all that. Nice. Very, very profitable. So now we have the holographic wings and the heavy achievement chest. They got us 300 badges of honor, which is pretty sweet, and we'll just consume these boosters. Let's go pop that down, gain some karma, sell these on. Not too bad. That should be most of those achievos taken care of. Nope, don't need Nexus, I need Wizard's Vault. So I have to do a hologram herder for another 100. Laws of Torment, complete a convergence or a fractal. Do the jumping puzzle, 1 legendary rank. Mordrum on Nightmare Court. Jungle Worm ain't going to be up for a bit. When is a convergence coming up? Convergence will be popping up at 8 o'clock my time. Yes, convergence of 5 fractals, yep. So yeah. Got that. Legendary rank enemy. That can just be done on any old world boss. So Central Tyria, go world bosses. Taxi. Line anomaly. Let's go leave. Exit. And yeah, you click the cog in the top left and choose PvE only. Then it will reset the next time the Wizard Vault reset. So for like the weekly, it will reset on the weekly. So you can set that to whatever game mode you want. Okay, so let's go lure out the Shatterer. But depending on what game mode you enjoy, it's good to swap them between. And like on my alt accounts, I'll have it as PvP, because you can blast the PvP weeklies insanely quickly and with no effort.
We need siege engine parts. Salvage what you can. Bring me what you've got.
One more for the mists.
So each weapon piece, just see how many we have. Oh, we've got like 7. Just keep an eye on that.
Might and glory.
And sorry, Grey Dude, we're going to be on EU for the rest of tonight.
Your phone.
We do an NA on Wednesday, though. And thank you so much for sub, mate. I appreciate that.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so we got only 11. Let's go turn those in. What gear are you wearing on this thief? It is basically entire Berserker, but we have an Assassin's shoulder piece and an Assassin's earring. Oh, exclamation mark build. Yes, that will do it.
Your phone. Contract accepted.
Let's load up on that. Netflix, thank you for the follow.
Who's next?
I mean, there's even a core thief version. Or even, yeah, we can go, this can be PP quick Deadeye, so we can call it that and store that build template. But yeah, there's a core thief version there as well. It's like a bajillion initiative.
My pain was easy.
But yeah, the Deadeye one is particularly fun open world, especially the quickest one because you do self-buff, super nice. 28. Let's grab that. And what I could do on this version is, instead of impact, run celerity, so I can get quickness whenever I disable a foe. Can I get out of combat though? Hello? How long are we going to be in combat for? There we go. 43.
Might and glory.
Oh, we've got trash collector.
Swift and steady.
Good head. I've got to get these parts back. So finish up and bring me what you've got.
Is that Discount Tengu cosplay? Yep, very Discount Tengu. This is, we've got Tengu at home. Stop asking for the Tengu class. And you can't equip the same one twice. You can skin them though, so you can have like one legendary, one ascended, same skin on both.
My pain is easy.
The good thing about the Core Thief build is that you can just straight up change any of your utility skills to whatever you want. The build will still function the same. You have a boatload of initiative. You actually give boons on your steel, which is pretty nice. But yeah, and your rotation is literally just set 3 to autocast, and that's it. Yeah, the skin you can do as many times as you want, but if you want the equipment, you need 2 of them. So Core Thief is like the least high intensity version of the build, or the lowest intensity.
Swift and steady.
If you want them legendary, you must make 2 pistols. Yes. And yeah, legendaries are inherently expensive. Honestly, just generally for open world, I think the Deadeye version of this is better, even just quick Deadeye. And here we run... We can actually run Deadeye Relic.
Might and glory.
So you'll just self-buff more consistently. And here... What's Frenzy? Recharge all quit skills by 2 seconds upon killing an enemy. Like, that would be pretty hype, actually. Oh, it's called in 10 seconds. Actually, not too bad. Just put impact on there. Put impact on there and call it a day.
Might and glory. You're in my sights. I'm renewed.
We're going to try this thief out sometime. Don't expect NG to be this fun. Oh, NG is fantastic fun. And yeah, the versions of this build that I like the most are the Daredevil version, because you actually have a little bit going on to, you know, eke out the most damage. It's a bit more engaging to play, because I will get bored quite quickly playing Pistol Thief too much, or the quickness version. And yeah, if you have 2 legendary pistols, you will never ever need another pistol, basically. Is this build for kiting on Decimal Kadim too? Oh yeah, it's fantastic for kiting. It is like my favorite kite build. It's just so reliable. Oh, Shatter is here. Hang up. Why? Tyria world bosses. Shatterer. There you go. If anyone wants Shatterer, it's right here.
Get everyone out of the crystals. We're gonna explode.
Gave it my all.
There we go.
Perfect shot.
I feel furious. Ocean
Alka, thank you for the bits, mate. I appreciate that. Let's go here. So scientists found a problem so hard that it requires... Thank you once again, Alka. Thank you.
Alcar Calamo cheered
Oh,
102
that's
bits.
stunning.
Why this matters, we're not just saying quantum computers are faster. We're talking about problems that regular computers cannot solve even with infinite time and resources.
That is
This
really,
discovery
really cool.
maps out where quantum
Thank you
computing will
once
change
again.
the world.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You're an
Alcar
absolute
Calamo
legend,
cheered
Alka.
103
Thank you
bits.
so very
Simulating
much.
optical systems, understanding light behavior, designing photonic circuits. The quantum advantage isn't coming, it's here.
That's really cool. Thank you so much for the bits, man. Thank you for sharing that.
I make a pretty good team.
Yes, the first one, yeah, unfortunately did. Don't know why. It's going to do what it's going to do at times. Ouch. Oh, just instantly murked.
Just a bit of your soul. You owe me. I chose you. Soften him up.
Exactly. Could do with a quantum computer setup, though, to upgrade this setup. Oh, adding in the dual PC stream setup has alleviated most of our issues, though. Yep. Maybe we should try out the rifle version. Or just rifle in general. I need to figure that out. Been meaning to do that for some time. So we need to kill those? I think we do.
Swift and steady.
Double the PCs might also mean double the Windows issues. Like, that's very true, yeah. I'm actually going to be able to beat the Shatterer.
Safe from harm.
It's one of these problem solves. Like, eventually I will do it. It's just a matter of finding enough time where the install process isn't going to disrupt my schedule too much.
It's time.
Leaving the PC in the living room, which had it completed nice. Our TV in the living room got a PC hooked up to it. That's like an older Windows 10 desktop I picked up Facebook Marketplace. That one will be a very good one just to transition over to Linux. Plus I've got like a Linux VM running on our home server as well. Was trying to use that as a streaming PC for like a hot 10 seconds, and then yeah, because I don't have a discrete graphics card for that, that just was not going to work. Before even encoding the stream, just literally receiving the stream via teleport, not even encoding it, the CPU was at like 80% usage because it was having to pull double duty because it was having to, like, you know, do a software version of a graphics card, which was not to play. So discrete graphics card would fix that, but for now, running the dual PC setup, just using Jess's desktop as a streaming PC in that way, because it's like, it's basically a mirror of my PC. It's got the same CPU, different GPU. Has my old GPU. We both had the same GPU in there originally. Then I swapped over to the video one. But that's got enough grunt to just do like CPU encoding on the actual stream, so it should look pretty decent. And if I wanted to really really stretch it, nice, we've done that. If I want to really stretch it, I could take my current graphics card and just put that in Jess and swap them around, because I don't need that much GPU power in mine, and the NVIDIA one is just really there for Twitch encoding, so I could literally swap them and it would be the same. And if you upgrade your regular desktop GPU, you can put the current one to the server and pass the VM, Bob's your uncle. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Although, because I did upgrade, or basically swap out the graphics card just like in the last few months or so, I can't really justify doing that again for a bit. The current setup's working fine. Like I could do it entirely on a single PC. It's actually just I need to do a pretty significant CPU upgrade to be able to do that. The CPU is what's limiting us at this stage. You're probably Uncle Ed, no need to force it. Yeah, like what we've got is working fine for now. And yeah, I could make it better on the Twitch side by swapping over the graphics card, so putting the 5600 XT in mine and my 4060 Ti in Jess's, and then Twitch would get the fancy pants NVENC encoding. But then it would mean I have less recording power on mine, and because I do capture, you know, B-roll for all our YouTube videos, it actually does need to be pretty decent. I'll have to check though, because when I was messing around with OBS settings, even just doing a fairly basic recording was pinning the GPU more than I would like. That was on Jess anyway, so I'm not sure what was going on there. It's probably some janky setting I had. Change the Tempest there and suddenly can't wait for tomorrow's bells. Tempest can be a bit rough there. Or you can even get a used Intel GPU for a code open server. Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be nice. Yeah, used Intel one, that I can swing. Especially if I can get one that doesn't need any... if I get one that doesn't need any actual power input, any PCA power or connected to the power supply at all. Don't know about the used market in Australia. It's not great. I think I did briefly take a look on eBay the other day just for curiosity for Intel cards, and like they're not great. eBay, let's see. Intel Arc GPU. Ooh. Yep. But yeah, like for that money, that's like brand new. Can we give us a used one? Give us used. Oh, we have a second, a split website, second PC part that's more regulated by admins. That's good to know. But yeah, like, I may as well just buy new at that point. So I go PC case gear. And then, yeah, if I hit up graphics cards there, come down to, let's go Intel graphics cards. Sort by price, low to high. Yep, like honestly, I could just do any one of like these around here, even like an... Yeah, honestly, like any one of these would probably do the job. I'd probably need a B570. Yeah, there in Australia, it might just be better to buy new. It typically is, like, unless I start really scouring Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook Marketplace can be a bit of a hellscape as well. Mindless is great to see. What's up? But yeah, honestly, I'd probably just do that. And in terms of, like, the Australia dollar, basically just take the US dollar and go times it by 1.5. And then you get a rough amount for what it will be in Australia. You personally do not trust used hardware? Yeah, I won't typically do it. The only time I'll do it, especially for PC stuff, it's if I'm buying like a used business PC. There was a time when I was looking at a mini PC, just one of those really small sort of 1 litre form factor PCs as a streaming PC. And thank you for the hydrate, Mindless. Enjoying the day off on PoE1? Hell yeah. Because they have the Intel QuickSync encoder, because usually they'll all be rocking an Intel CPU, which will have the integrated GPU, and the QuickSync encoder is actually pretty hype for encoding on Twitch. Plus, you can get those for pretty damn cheap, actually. Like probably, I think around about 150, 200 or so, depending. For something that's actually reasonably modern, because they are like used business PCs. They're usually taken care of pretty well because they don't really have any moving parts. There's not that much that can go wrong with them. So those ones I consider. And yeah, like I did with the $40 HP Pro Desk that I picked up a few years ago, that thing's just been going like an absolute machine. And granted, I did have to put like a GT 710 graphics card in there, so it just output to the TV in a not cursed way, but yeah. That I've like not had any issues with. It's been crazy. There is Le Jungle Worm. Jungle Worm is not for a smidge. And yeah, I feel like nowadays, because like mining's become less and less of a thing in terms of profitability, like you might have better luck now buying something that hasn't been just completely, just hasn't been used to just mine endlessly. Whereas a few years ago, yeah, you'd be having a bad time trying to find a GPU that wasn't used for mining. When does Jungle Worm start? Starts at, okay, that's there later. So what I'll do, in a moment actually. Oh, bags of loot. What's that? Okay, we'll actually go. What convergence is up next? Soto. Convergence should be up in like literally a minute.
Entering combat.
Some gold coming in hot there.
Strange occurrences.
And that setup is fine.
Especially since the end of the dragon cycle. We send a few insurgents down, spark some conflicting rumors about small groups of wanderers reacting to dragon magic. People take sides, argue over things they know nothing about.
That is opened.
Yada yada yada, problem solved.
Like, cool. What we do while we wait for that to load, we'll take a break and stretch our legs. We'll be back in a few minutes. If you are looking for the best way to manage your Guild Wars 2 add-ons, then I've got you covered. Today I'm going to walk you through how I easily stay on top of all of my Guild Wars 2 add-ons with the incredible Nexus add-on manager. Let's dive in. Now, first things first, to download Nexus, you're going to head over to raidcore.gg and simply download the installer from here. Now, depending on your browser, you may get a security pop-up, but it's fine. Just work your way through the prompts and you're going to be good to go. Now, you can simply open up the installer and work through the prompts. Now, we can see right here, Windows has given us the warning, but it's okay. We can just run it anyway. We do not need to worry about it. Now, it's found where our Guild Wars 2 installation is, so we simply need to install Nexus. Or in my case, because I already had Guild Wars 2 open, make sure you have it closed and then try and run the installer. And just like that, we've gone and downloaded Nexus. You can see here we have the D3, D11 file sitting in our Guild Wars 2 folder. So that is all we need to do to install Nexus for the time being. We can simply quit out of that, then open up Guild Wars 2. Now let's jump into Guild Wars 2 and let's continue configuring Nexus. Beautiful. Now as soon as we're in Guild Wars 2, you can simply click agree to the prompt and we are in Nexus and we are ready to get started. Now I'll just close out of this for the time being. Now for the reasons why I love Nexus, first up, it is incredibly easy to install. It's just a few button presses. We don't need to manually install any DLL files. It's incredibly easy, just a few clicks and we are there. Another one of the incredibly powerful things about Nexus is the fact that it can auto update as well as disable and manage all of your add-ons. Now this is very important for me because I stream every Monday, Wednesday and Sunday over on Twitch, and for me here in Australia, Wednesday is when the Guild Wars 2 patch will normally land. Now when a big patch lands, it's quite likely that Arc DPS is going to break and I'm going to be left scrambling to fix it just before I go live. Now once you install an add-on, if there is a big patch that will break an add-on or cause it to crash your game, Nexus will go through and automatically disable it. So rather than me having to go into my game files and remove my Arc DPS file until a patch has been released, Nexus will take care of it for me. Now my life is made drastically easier by that and I do not have to debug Arc DPS whenever I'm going live. And plus it will give you a notification saying that that add-on has been disabled and you can then go through and re-enable it at your leisure if it turns out it actually didn't break the game. But rather than instantly crashing your game, this means you can dive right in, which is great.
Looks great!
Now let's quickly jump into the game for a change of scenery. Beautiful, that's much better. Now you'll see there's a little Nexus icon at the top of your screen, so we can just click on that and start configuring. Now we'll simply start in the add-ons tab first, and if we go over to library, because you can see we have nothing installed at the moment, we have a huge list of add-ons that we can go through and install. Now I always say Guild Wars 2 is the MMO for people without a huge amount of free time, so being able to simply browse all of these add-ons here without having to scour Reddit posts and GitHub pages, this is an absolute lifesaver. Now take the time to have a bit of a browse through here, see what interests you, but I'm going to walk you through the main add-ons that I use day to day. Now first up, I'm going to install Arc DPS and we are done. If we come back over to the install tab, we can see that Arc DPS is sitting here. If we just click load, beautiful. Now we just have the prompt saying Arc DPS will be loaded after we restart the game. So once we're ready to go through and configure this more, we'll exit out of Guild Wars 2, come back in and get everything set up just how we like it. But for now, let's add in a few more. Now personally, I think Arc DPS is one of the most important add-ons you can install in Guild Wars 2, and I have an entirely separate video on my channel where you can go through and see how to install it manually if you prefer. But trust me, being able to see your DPS, how much you're contributing to the group, as well as that of your teammates to see how you're stacking up, is incredibly useful information. So I highly recommend you install Arc DPS. It is absolutely game changing. Now another one I really like is the radial menus add-on. Now this is going to add in a circular pop-up menu to control my mounts, which is very handy, especially because there are 9 mounts in Guild Wars 2 nowadays. So setting reasonable keybinds for that can be a little bit annoying. Now personally, I have my mount set to my number pad on the side of my keyboard, but having this option for a pop-up in the middle of my screen is very handy, and we'll showcase it once we actually have it installed. There we go, we've clicked on that. Now if we head over to the install tab, we can see radial menus here. We will just load that, and there we go, we are all set. Now there's a few extra add-ons that I want to install within Arc DPS itself, a few little nice bonus features that do make life much easier. So I'm going to exit out of Guild Wars 2, come back in, and then we can actually start adding things into Arc DPS. Fortunately, Nexus makes this really, really easy. Beautiful, we're back into the game now, and you can see the Arc Arc DPS options tab has popped up. So that means Arc DPS is installed successfully. We'll X out of this for now. There is a lot of extra configuring that you can do in Arc DPS, but we won't touch these options for now. If you do want to dive into these options more, like I mentioned before, we have a fully detailed guide on how to set up Arc DPS, which will cover a lot of these options and what they do. So if you want to see how to install and configure Arc DPS exactly as I have it, I'll make sure to link my video down in the description below so you can check that out. But for now, let's dive back into Guild Wars 2. Beautiful. Arc DPS is installed correctly. You can see our little DPS window sitting up there. We'll just drag that a little bit out the way and I'll press Alt-Shift-H just to hide that. There we go. Now back to Nexus. Now you can see we've got a new tab for the Arc DPS plugin, so I'll go through and just install a few others that I like to use here. Now first up there is the Boon Table add-on, which I'll just click and install. Now what that does is it gives you a very easy way to see the overall boon uptime for you and your squad in a much more user-friendly and readable format than what I find the default Arc DPS option gives you. So I really like this one. Now another really useful one is the unofficial extras add-on for Arc DPS. Now the description here will provide other add-ons with additional information. So basically this allows other add-ons to read things like your keybinds and things like that. There are a few other useful options in this which I will touch on. Simply click install and there we go, that's taken care of. Again, there's a lot of other add-ons you can install here. I've used the food reminder before, that's quite nice. Killproof.me is also a very nice plugin, but yeah, just have a bit of a peruse, see what's interesting here, and yeah, you can install them super easily, just like that, you're off to the races. Now, just to make sure these extra add-ons we've installed to Arc DPS are active, we'll just exit out of the game and come back in again, so sit tight. Beautiful, we're back into Guild Wars 2 now. Now, if we press Alt, Shift, and B, there we go, we can see the boon table there. So we have, you know, percentage uptimes for Fury, Protection, Quickness, and Alacrity by default. Got some Might in there as well. We can drag that around, see where we want it to fit. Again, my separate Arc DPS video will show you exactly how I configure this, so we'll just leave this here for now. But if we pull up our Arc DPS options with Alt, Shift, and T, and if we come over to the...
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. So we are now doing a convergence now, and I can presume being profoundly successful with it. That's good, yeah, we just took a break there. I would give Addie some sort of antiseptic treatment. Yeah, she's got a bit of a hot spot at the moment, which is a bacterial infection on her skin, so we're just treating that. It's looking better than it was, though. We'll see how it's going tomorrow. She's got her frozen yogurt now, so she's very happy. Ouch.
Straight back into your more essence.
Ready for more. Back into the fray.
Spirit Banner. There we go, now just pump out a bajillion quickness.
One more from the bench.
Maybe I
Your spirit is mine.
A few different tags in this one. Nice.
You're in my sights.
going out there.
Safe from harm.
Love shortbow as a weapon on thief. Just see where there's any extra sigils of impact, because I can buy upgrade extractors to basically convert them into a ton of gold. General down, excellent. So they should all start falling sometime soon.
Did you see?
Another general was down. Great. Another general is done.
I'm out of endurance. Bad shape here. That's valuable.
Do like that panda mount. That is very fun.
Contract accepted.
How are we doing on essences as well? Not that great.
team.
Reviving our fallen.
He has returned to her spot.
Safe from harm.
Last general was taking a smidge. See how we're doing spirit shards as well.
Safe from harm.
Sharp blades and sharp knives.
I make a pretty good team.
Raw power emanating from that crypt.
General's full. Nice. Okay, so I think we're
Keep it vulnerable
on
to attack.
3 now. Dreadwing. Cool.
A splendid combination.
Cool. Now we can actually focus on giving boons.
I'm neither here nor there. Your mind will betray you.
The compact is sure.
Perfect. Clear the air.
Should actually moved out of that.
A splendid combination.
Rise and serve.
A splendid combination.
Also trying to cycle through all of my... Gotcha, that. Ouch. Trying to cycle through all of my cantrips to try and keep up the buff as much as possible. The buff from Relic of the Deadeye, which is a damage modifier whenever you use a cantrip. Rava, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome in Raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne. And you can also check me out on my YouTube channel there, where just yesterday we uploaded a new guide about how to how to get the most out of Guild Wars 2 efficiency. So go check that out if you're keen. Rava, what'd you get up to on your stream? Thank you so much for the raid. Everyone go check out the wonderful Rava over on Twitch, and they have a great YouTube channel as well with some super helpful videos over there. Welcome in, Soap. It's so good to see you. We've been rocking a lot of Pistol, Thief in all its various iterations today. Trying to land on what we consider to be our favourite one. Rava has an early morning show, so she raised to sleep. Have a wonderful night's rest, Rava. Thank you so much for the raid. And well, what is up? It's great to see you. But yeah, what did Rava get up to on their stream? Derbius, welcome in as well. It is great to see you. Yeah, right now we're rocking Pistol Quickness Deadeye. Sorry, it's great to see you as well. And yes, we are having a wonderful stream. Rob was doing reset raids tonight. Excellent. How did reset raids go? The Avatar Spirit, very, very similar. just keep attacking.
It's time.
Phasing.
I know you're tired, but we can't let it escape.
Where is the boss off to? So we can go out this way and do the old Sky Scale into Griffin trick.
Safe from harm. I make a pretty good team.
Dodge over this way.
May the sands take it. Maybe I was another.
I make a pretty good team.
That's out of range. Very annoying. Razorcraft didn't quite go to plan. Had to do Doom on normal mode and didn't do as many issues. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Doom CM in particular is a real spicy one. But overall, I hope the rest of the raids went well. Oh no, I just lost many essence. I was excited for the new balance patch coming later on this week. Personally, I am very, very excited. Heal Vindicator is going to be an actual thing again in PvE. Scourge getting some rework, Spectre getting some love.
You are all weaklings. It's making its way to the center island. We can end this here and now.
I don't have enough energy.
Need a bit more height there. There we go. Wonder how Scourge healing stuff is going to go. It's one of your favourites to bring to open world metas. Overall, even though the raw hard carry potential of Scourge is going to be lower because it's not going to have really transfusion in the way that it does. Overall, I think Scourge is going to become an actual better healer because one is getting access to another source of stability, which is going to be really, really good for it. It's going to make up one of its key sort of areas where it's lacking. So I'm very excited for that. I'm also getting actual support weapon as well, because currently on your Scourge you just do not care at all about what weapons you run on it. They're really irrelevant to the build for the most part, whereas now it's actually going to have a proper support weapon. Plus the reworks to marks are going to be quite fun as well, so I think Scourge overall is still going to be in a totally fine spot. It's not going to be as much of a hard carry build, but it's still going to be good. I think it'll be an overall better healer. Enjoy your food, so yeah, thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. Just get rid of ourselves. Nice. Cool, that's convergence done. Unstable roof motivation, pretty sweet. We'll just get the amalgamated gemstone, sell that on the TP. Yeah, you typically use Dagger Torch for just a bit more CC on Torch, but if needed you can sometimes bring Warhorn. Yeah, that's a totally fine set just to camp on as well. Okay, that's done. So the Great Jungle Worm, we'll hit that up a bit later. I guess we can also see what is the hypothetical best pistol Spectre build, although it's probably not going to be one that we file away for further use. Because yeah, we've got a good Core Thief one, got a good Daredevil one. Deadeye is obviously like the one it's kind of built around. Let's see what Spectre does. It's probably going to be bad. Amir, what's up? It's great to see you. Go pick up our stuff there. Great. After 2 weeks you're back, it's great to have you back, mate. What have you been up to the last few weeks? Oh, what do you think about the balance changes coming? You see most people complaining when they're not, though. Overall, I think they're good changes, honestly. The fact that, like, overall, it's mostly just buffs and some reworks. Like, yeah, I'm excited to see all the Mirage changes, although those might end up leaving Staff Mirage being like a bit too broken, so that might need to be tuned down or a bit changed given where it was at. Heal like Vindy's going to be a thing. Scourge overall I think is going to be quite happy. Spectre's going to be happy as well. Will they announce the next X-Pack this week? I think it's going to be sometime in July is when they said they'd be doing that. Okay, so here, what even would be the right Spectre traits for Pistol Spectre? I know this is bad, this is purely only for completionist sake. Use barrier and target ally, hang on, okay, so let's see. Portion of condition damage converted to healing power, condition damage is irrelevant, transfer conditions to an enemy with targeting with Siphon. And remove conditions nearby allies targeting with Siphon. Meh. Oh, sorry to hear that, Amir. Noggy snoozing. Oh yeah, she's grabbing... Oh, she's eating her frozen yogurt from her, like, chew toy at the moment. It's probably consume shadows, only because there's literally nothing else that's really worth. A Condi Pistol Spectre that relies on finishes through fields placed by allies. Yep. It might be the only way to make this just not be bad. Heal allies around you when you shadow step. Gain shadow force for each ally. Wells grant resistance. Increase shadow force hit with Siphon. Steal health. And inflict shadow force when you torment a foe. Like, honestly, I feel like it's going to be traversing dusk, and then we're probably going to run Well of Tears. And thank you, Lacadia, for the follow. I appreciate that. And here, I know we can run like Wells, and I know probably this is going to be significantly worse than Core Thief. I know, like, it's just going to be bad. But we're doing it. Yeah, like there's no power traits here. That's a torment one we don't care about. While in Shroud, transfer conditions and cleanse conditions from yourself. Honestly, you might even just... I don't know, if you're going to do it, like, you may as well give some alacrity. Hang on, okay, so that's there. Like, all this is kind of a do it because there's nothing else that's good to do. Look, I'll even run food for this just for good measure.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad. Practice your skills using
My
our
pain is
state-of-the-art
easy.
guns.
Spawn. Anything else people really don't like? I think the main thing I've sort of seen is some changes to Chronomancer traits that improved alacrity, or there's a trait there that means you get extra, I think it's crit damage based on slow. There's some stuff going on in the middle of the Chronomancer trait line. People are a bit, not so much miffed, but like, hey, that needs a bit more time to cook.
Defend yourself.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing.
And I'll just go into Shroud so I know you can sort of do something. It sucks because you also miss out on so much initiative. Yep, I've seen enough. We can send that one off. Like, that's sitting around like 20... It's doing like 26k on the opener burst, and that was not going up. Because honestly, for that, we can just straight up do this. Relic of the Thief, go respawn. We can just do that, and that is just straight up going to be better. And you know, usually players can have a pretty good gauge on whether something is going to be bad or not. But yeah, terrible knowing about what the issue is or how to fix it. Yeah, you can tell when something's wrong, but it'd be hard to articulate how to actually fix something. But there you go, yeah, don't run like Pistol Spectre. At least not power damage. You'd probably do like Pistol Dagger Spectre.
Ready for more.
Look at that number go up. It's a good number. Good, we're critting 100% of the time at least. Just finished coffee. So we have to remember we have the jungle worm popping up in about 10-ish minutes. Where's the wizard box? Because I rebound it trying to fix a few things. Weekly, yes, we literally do jungle worm. That takes care of that. Do one reptile attack enemies in Horn of Aguma. That's Secrets of the Obscure. Throw something in the forge. But you could run literally any other random combination in like that last trait line on Thief rather than Spectre. It would probably work better. Will that stop at 4 million? Almost. That's because the Condis were probably doing it as well. Oh, you're missing more of Torment? Oh, is that up? If that's the case, then yeah, we'll nab that. That's Path of Fire, Desolation, Meta Taxi. So if we can grab more of Torment, that'll be sweet. So then that can actually be our weekly done. Well, back in we go. The game really didn't want us to get that meta. Oh well, back in. Let's see if we can actually get in. Like, if I miss more of Torment, it doesn't really matter that much. See if we can actually get it. Hi, Addie. Hello, you finished. B. Oh, damn, I think I missed it. Rip.
I feel furious.
Yeah, looks like I missed it. Oh, well. That's alright. In that case, if we go anywhere Horn of Maguma, we'll just end up dying there. Oh, no, we can do that, actually. Finished Act 2 of Expedition 33 last night and it was brutal. So I forgot to eat dinner until midnight. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've heard great things about it. I haven't checked it out myself, but like we'll probably at some point in the future.
I really use some backup over here. These
That was a dragon pinata.
Hey, put that down. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need help with these festivities. Seems like the best way to gather this essence. And if you could kill some of these chalk while you're at it.
Build quick dead eye. Load that in.
I feel furious.
Why did you take that path?
Unfortunately, I don't remember how to.
Don't care for the actual meta, just purely need to kill some things for the daily. Oh.
I wish I could enjoy anything as much as they're enjoying themselves.
You're
right
in my
now.
sights.
I'm 10 perfect. Thanks, doodad. Should take care of that. And then if I'm able to just do a Mystic Forge thing, that will be good. I don't think I have any more coins. Any more Mystic coins. Let's see. Let's take that. Hooray.
And steady.
Oh, I do actually. How many more Philosopher's Stones are we rocking? None. Well, none there anyway. Let's go buy some more. Let's purchase many.
Farewell. Rare loot.
Really bad run for clovers so far. Oh well. Let's just use them all up. That is actually probably one of the worst runs. Oh, we got one. Got one at least. Cool, that gets that one done. And then we'll finish off the weekly. Do I have a rifle? I do, actually. And also, let's check Guild Wars 2 efficiency. And see if I have any, Superior sigils. Let's see if there's anything that's a minimum value of 3 gold. Okay. Ooh, some transference ones there. Okay, yeah, we'll actually want to do that. That will actually allow us to convert a whole bunch of these into gold. So if we get... yeah, we straight up just get 5 of them. It's actually a pretty hype way to convert these to gold. Where is the Wizard's Vault? So one case where upgrade extractors I think are really worth it. So if we grab that. So really I'm wanting... Doom's pretty good. Rage is bad. Celerity, that's a good one. Celerity. Luck's actually worth a bit, actually. That's interesting. So we've got Death Wish here. Where is it? There we go. Force and Impact. And there should be... Sigil of Doom. So we've got 2 Sigils of Doom floating around. Where would the other one be? And Just a Fish, thank you so much for the follow. What you need gold for are underwater legendary sigils. They're next on our list. There we go.
That's valuable.
Torment, so this one can now be... that was Doom. And thank you, Fish, I appreciate that. Let's go... I don't know, just go... Force... Okay, no, not that. Let's go... Force... I don't know, Impact. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's largely irrelevant. Okay, so now all these... we will try and just list those. Now scroll down to the bottom. There we go. Force. I'll actually be smart and list these. Cool, there we go. That is now successfully converted into gold. It's good as well, because we still have all these other ones here. You can surprise Zach by the cat. Like, all of these, we can extract down the track. Well, show me how much.
Swift and steady.
Got a Sigil of Doom at the bank, actually. But yeah, all like sigils of transference, they're expensive, paralyzation, so yeah. As we get more and more upgrade extractors, then I will start extracting those for the actual gold, because that will be very much worth it. Actually a pretty good conversion of Astral Claim into gold, especially at this point. got avatars of light.
I feel furious.
Swift and steady.
Pounded into dust!
Stream dying. Oh no. It looks okay-ish. Let me know if it's still, like, broken.
Wear them down.
I make a pretty good team.
Okay. Got very laggy there for a second. Ah, yeah, that's when I was opening up another tab. The good news is, though, that because we are rocking the dual PC setup now, that if that happens, it shouldn't actually take down the stream. It'll be like on, you know, my side of it, but it won't actually be on the streaming and coding side of it, which is good. So you're actually getting the experience as I am there.
Swift and steady.
Just back into Jungle Worm.
Little to the left.
More husks. Where'd it go? Here we go. And it just gets deleted.
Who's next? I make a pretty good team. Two to the bone.
5% probs going again. Oh, very nice there, Grey Doodad. Did you get the invisible boots? Well done. Not bad at all. How much are they going for now? Be going for a pretty penny.
All I need is one breath and one bullet.
Oh. Seventh drop. Very nice. Grab that. Cool. So that is our weekly done. Cool. That is many astral acclaims. Was actually probably most worth it for me because legendary weapon starter kit, I will get that at some point. It's actually not that worth it for me to get just yet. What's more worth it is to finish grabbing those. Grab all of those. And then we'll get the legendary weapon starter kit probably next. Tidy that up a bit.
That's valuable.
Sell that. Very good. We've landed on the pistol thief build now, so that will be good for our upcoming build guide when we eventually get around to making that. Good news is that build probably shouldn't change from now until the end of time. Unless they bring back the old ricochet trait. They do that, then the build's perfect. so let's go consolidate some of those, done. Now, where is a tune? And get the most value from this. The next one will actually be our... Oh, Mesmer, there's so many runes of transference there. Yeah, let's get all the runes of transference. So gradually we're making a bit more gold. Where is the bank, and why is this character here in Lion's Arch? I don't know.
Excelsior.
May the stars guide you.
Okay, so we've got transference. Thank you, Succubus, for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's grab that.
I have everything you need right here.
So customize. That one will go back to
Prices around.
transference. This one will go back to transference and concentration. Then there'll probably be some other ones here. Yeah, let's get that out. And that. That gives us 4. Which we can then sell for that much. Beautiful. Not too bad. We can just flog these off as well.
May the stars guide you.
I'll put those infusions in at some point when I need it. But beautiful. With that, we're going to go and tee up a raid now. We're going to send everyone out to Perfect D tonight. So let's go and tee that up. Oh, he's just in as well. Let's try and get in while we can. Let's go tee this up. Awesome. Excellent. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. And go check out my YouTube channel as well, where we just upload a new guide on Guild Wars 2 efficiency. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you all for enjoying the Pistol Thief action. It's been a good time. But yeah, we're going to go. Get ready for bed. You all take care. We'll catch you all on Wednesday. We're going to be on NA. So take care, team, and cheers. Reaper enjoys Around the World Rejoice. After years of languishing on the outskirts of PvE content, getting laughed at by classes with their 40k DPS benchmarks, watching in horror at every set of patch notes as your axe just received another 5% damage buff, ArenaNet has finally graced us with the buffs we've been crying out for years. Now, raid bosses will battle a class 11 years in the making. Power Reaper has awoken. Welcome back, everyone. As of the last balance patch, Reaper got some massive buffs to its overall damage, and has returned from its Heart of Thorns glory days. Not only that, the Reaper Shroud 3 skill, Infusing Terror, has had its damage reduction increase from 20% all the way to 66%. This means you can stay in Reaper Shroud for longer, spin to win for big old numbers, and are more survivable than ever. All these buffs get stacked on top of Reaper's already easy to learn rotation, its hard hitting skills that feel super fun to land, and all the Lord of Death roleplay you can muster, which turns this into one of the most fun DPS builds Guild Wars 2 has to offer. It's a good time to be a Necro enjoyer, friends. Let's jump in to the premier power damage Necro spec. When you equip Reaper, your Death Shroud will be replaced by Reaper Shroud. Here, your Shroud skills get replaced by far more aggressive AoE skills. You can also get your cosplay on with the very edgelord Scythe while in Shroud. An important note, your Reaper Shroud is a big piece of the damage puzzle for you, so you'll want to avoid as much damage as possible while in there to protect your life force. More life force means more damage. Your Reaper Shroud auto attack will cleave through enemies and grant you life force on the third strike. Due to one of your Reaper traits, the last hit will also recharge